When we think of the Harry Potter film series, we often think of the magic, of the spells, of the scale of adventure, of the heroes. But behind the magic, there are real people who take real risks and face real consequences. And for one man, a single moment on set changed his life forever. Welcome to Popcorn Programming, and this is the story of David Holmes, the stunt double for Daniel Radcliffe, and the day that everything changed. Pop pop! David Holmes wasn't just a stuntman. He was an athlete, a gymnast, and a performer. Someone who had dedicated his life to doing what others couldn't. He would fly through the air, take the hits, and make the impossible look real. And on the set of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, he was doing exactly that. The scene was quite simple, a high-impact explosion, a wire stunt, something he had done countless times before. However, this time, something went terribly wrong. David was pulled back with force, but the landing didn't quite go as planned. In an instant, his neck snapped, and just like that, everything changed. David would be rushed to hospital, and the diagnosis was that David had suffered a catastrophic spinal injury and was now paralysed from the chest down. The life that he knew, the career that he loved, the future he had imagined was gone. For most people, that would actually be the end of the story, but not for David Holmes, because what happened next is what truly defines him. David didn't disappear. He didn't retreat. He didn't let that moment define the rest of his life. Instead, he adapted. He became an advocate for people with spinal injuries, he stayed connected to the film industry, and he has found new ways to create, new ways to inspire, and new ways to live. And perhaps, most importantly of all, he has kept his spirit. Through all of this, one person has stayed by his side, and that person is Daniel Radcliffe. Their relationship wasn't merely just actor and stunt double. It was friendship, a real friendship. Their bond had support, it had loyalty, and there was a lot of respect within it. Their friendship is a constant reminder that behind every major blockbuster, there are very real people who can form very real connections. David Holmes' story, though, isn't about tragedy. It's a story about resilience and about finding purpose even in the hardest moments. Even when life takes everything you thought you were, because strength isn't just about physical strength. Sometimes it's the ability to keep going when everything else is telling you to stop. That is true strength. If you want a great version of that message that is told much better than I could tell it, check out Rocky Balboa from 2006. Rocky has a great speech in there that gives off this sort of same message. Back to this video though. We watch films like Harry Potter, films for the magic. But maybe the most powerful piece of magic that we can see isn't actually on the screen, it's behind it. David Holmes tragically lost the ability to walk, but he never lost who he was. And that might be the most incredible act of magic of all. Sometimes the real heroes don't wear cloaks. And that is all for this video. So if this story moved you, take a second to appreciate the people behind the scenes, and let me know in the comments what's a behind the scenes film story that has stayed with you long after the credits have rolled. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you're new around here. That's all for now, so I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Pop pop!